Hey everyone, it's Ivan, kitbadger.com, out here for a first look at something new from Lems, as well as 100 concepts and flat range outfitters. We'll go ahead and start with Lems. I'm actually pretty excited about these, and honestly, definitely in need of a new pair of shoes. I reviewed most of their shoes at this point, as far as their product lineup. This, however, I believe I have never worn. So this right here is the Trail Blazer by Lems in Juniper. Let's see what that colorway looks like. Man, it's actually a really good looking shoe. And so if you're unfamiliar with Lems, they're awesome. Super minimalist, lightweight, especially some of their even these, which are probably some of their stouter shoes, still really flexible. But then conversely, like these right here, which are their Primal 3s, love these things, they're great. They're really, really super lightweight. These might actually have to tie, dang it. So one thing I actually love about these is there's basically no heel cup, so you can just shove your feet straight into them. These ones might actually have to go back and forth untying and tying, but price you pay, because these definitely have substantially more tread than the other ones. But I will say I'm feeling pretty fancy with these new shoes. These look really good. And to illustrate what I was saying, this right here being these new guys, and this being the Primal 3s, granted, definitely worn them down, but way more aggressive tread with these, which is pretty cool. But you still have the same nice, really wide toe box. And yeah, I don't know that these are zero drop, but if there's any drop, it's not much at all between the heel and the front. Yeah, these things are sweet. Another thing I will say I really like about the Lems is when you get them, there's no oh, let me break these in. They are instantly cozy, which is great because I have no time for breaking shoes in. Pretty much just put them on and wear them. I think maybe 2019. I don't remember what shoe, but I literally put it on and then competed in the tactical games, I don't know, 20 minutes later or something. Worked out good. Next, I have this right here from Flat Range Outfitters. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to actually set this thing up right this second, but we will see. I'm not going to set it up right this second. This is more bungee than I want to deal with on the side of this mountain right now, but it is pretty cool. Basically, it's a strap for kind of putting in anything, but the way I've seen it used and the way I'll probably use it is you can actually set it up, and it'll get set up on the back of your helmet like this, and you can secure things in it, namely a tourniquet is how I'll probably use it, and it can go over anything. So one, if you have a helmet cover, or two, if you have a battery pack or anything like that. It basically uses this Tigress, I always forget it, and bungees, and yeah, lets you securely keep a tourniquet or something else back there, which is pretty cool, because weight for the sake of weight, no, don't do it. Put something useful rather than just lead weights if you do want a counterweight of sorts. So whether it's battery pack or whatever, but yeah, this would be pretty cool. Definitely try it out later. And lastly, this guy right here from 100 Concepts. There's, I think, glad, man. This knife is really sharp. I definitely cut into something I wasn't supposed to cut into, but fortunately, it's actually just the Ziploc bag that something came in and not into it. Very cool. Man, there's all kinds of goodies in here. So some of these I will probably actually, nice, I think, which ones do we want to use? So, and all of the things. we'll go ahead and start with this right here, or these guys. So this that I did not cut, but came a little bit close to, is pretty cool. It's a Packskrim. And so if you're unfamiliar, basically it is something that breaks up the outline. And so there's bungees and some shock cord stuff inside there. So we can get this thing wrapped around and secured. But ultimately you have this. And I don't know if you can see it very well, but probably. Multi-cam tropic. Reason being is, well, they definitely have a bunch of different patterns. Honestly, up in North Idaho, most of the year, unless it's snowy, multi-cam tropic, just because of all the different trees, lots of dark timber up here, cedars, things like that, and yeah, pretty cool. And so the idea also with the scrim is, rather than having a camouflage backpack, for example, you now have something that no longer, well, is camouflage again, but no longer looks like a backpack. And same goes for this guy right here, which is Helmetskrim. And so this I will actually get set up on this Ops Core helmet back here probably. And so again, what does this look like? Well, it actually looks like a helmet that's camouflage, which is cool. This right here is by Loadout, hence the MO5 camouflage pattern, but it still looks like a helmet. So using something like this, we can actually break up the outline so it no longer looks like a camouflage helmet necessarily. I've never put one of these actual helmet scrims on. Hopefully it's pretty self-explanatory. This, as I mentioned, is from Loadout in their MO5 pattern, but take this guy off. Probably going to want this light off also. And yeah, we will get after it. Probably going to start running the shock cord, but ultimately it's going to end up going like that. And so it also comes with these guys right here, which are Velcro keeper tabs. And so you can essentially grab, I guess, probably like that. We can go ahead and grab our bungee, run these guys through here, and then pretty much all of your reputable helmets will have Velcro on the inside. So then we can move this back, go down into the liner, and actually get this guy on here. And so in turn, basically use it as a lashing point, and yeah, get this thing mounted. Here we are, kind of get the idea. Still need to actually tidy this up. I'm not done putting this on, but I'm not going to continue it right now because I'm going to lose light pretty soon. And something else pretty cool I want to show you guys. So I guess, which one do we want to put on? Paracord QD MLOK. This one is the Paracord QD Picatinny, and then this one right here, new one, Metal Paracord QD. So gonna get this guy hooked up on a rifle. So funny story, while I was looking at this, I was like, hey, you know what I'm pretty sure I did not bring when I hiked out onto this hillside? Any tools. So there's that. But I will be excited when I get to use this. So these are actually really cool. And this one they just came out with, I believe, which is metal versus their, like, I guess, polymer type printed ones. And so you pay for it with weight, but little bit more durability. And so this will go on to pretty much any of your QD slots. And then you have this little spring bar, almost kind of like a carabiner, and then a place for paracord to run. And so this actually addresses one of the issues I've had with paracord and mounting them on guns. Because honestly, I really like paracord because it's super lightweight. It doesn't make any noise. You don't have to necessarily maintain it the same way you maintain a QD, but eventually you just replace it. And so, yeah, it solves a number of problems. But what I was usually having to do is I'd run paracord through here, come out one of the MLOK slots, tie it up, and then shove that knot back into the sling that I was running, which works, but then you cannot take the sling off, whether you need to remove it because you're putting it into something, or if you break the gun into two pieces, anything along those lines. So with this, and again, this one being the MLOK, this is the metal one, and then they also have I don't know if they have a metal one for pick rail yet, but they also make another of the like polymer type ones for pick rail. And so you just take that paracord loop, throw it through there, and you're good to go, which is awesome. And I don't have a tool, so RIP, bro. As happens, just ran out of daylight, forgot my tool, but at least I get to wear some nice new shoes with some pretty aggressive tread on my hike back. So there's that. But this course, just as a first look, when I put in more time with all this stuff, bring you guys a full review. And if you want to check any of it out, there'll be links down below. But as always, thanks for joining us at kitbadger.com. Look forward to seeing you next time.